Hey Mark, quick video here for you. This distributor is off an air-cooled Vanagon, but its points are set the same way as yours. So for this purpose, it's essentially the same. Some of these side pieces might be in different orientation on yours, but the two things we're talking about, your points, which is this unit, and your armature or spindle, which is the center part that spins around. So maybe spindle's a better word. Those are the two things we're talking about. So to be quick, you'll notice that there's high points on that spindle. Those are the lobes. And what you want to do is you want to make sure, I'm going to zoom in here real quick, that this little nylon rider block is sitting squarely on top of one of those lobes. People will tell you one of them is slightly different for cylinder number 3, and that's true, but if you're trying to get your butt down the road because your points have closed up, it doesn't matter which one it is. So find one of them, use your crankshaft to spin that center spindle around until this block is sitting on top of one of those lobes. Even if it's not quite in contact, you want it to make sure it matches up. And not be on this long flat section, but be on the high part. Alright, I'm going to zoom back out here. Give me a sec. There we go. And so the next part of setting points, I've got this one set up right now, so let's illustrate what it looks like when it's working. You'll notice that as the engine spins the distributor around, it opens and closes those points and sends a little zap off to your engine. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to set one of these halves of the points. This top portion right here, that's your moving point. We're not going to adjust that one. What we want to adjust is this stationary point on the bottom that's held in place with that screw. So let's make sure that rider block is sitting high on a lobe here. In functioning points, that'll open the gap up. What I'll do is I'll loosen this up and you'll see this base plate, the stationary point. It'll close back up here. And that's what's happened on the highway, is this right here is, keep that from spinning around. See that close? That's what stopped you on the highway. So what we're going to do is you loosen up your screw here, just a little bit. Don't go overboard because then the locating pin on this side will pop out. And what you do is you take 16 thousandths feeler gauge and you push it open. You see how I'm pushing it this way so that this base plate opens and not, well, it's not going to show you the other way, but not this way. You want to make sure that after you put your 16 thousandths feeler gauge in there, that this block is sitting squarely on that lobe. Can't overemphasize how important that is. So what we do is we hold it there, make sure that this feeler gauge is relatively straight, and crank down on the screw. Make sure it's nice and tight. And that's it. If you notice, I'll zoom in here. There we go. This is the gap that you're looking for here. Hear how there's a little bit of drag? That's what you're looking for. I'm going to take that out. Now we'll see as we spin it around, those points will open and close, and you'll be back in business. One of the other things that you really need to pay attention to here is, let's see if I can zoom in, no, not really that much more, is sometimes there is a little weld that'll build up from one side of this to the other, and I think incredibly, this video might be picking up on one of them on this side. You see a little tiny black dot there? That's actually a weld being picked up from electricity zapping from one side to the other. Sometimes you need to take an emery board, like a little nail file, and get in there and just clean that up so that it's as smooth as possible. Because if that little weld builds up real high, that will be the only part of the points that's making contact and transferring the electricity instead of this whole pad. And as a result, you'll get weak spark, it'll misfire, it'll run like garbage. So hopefully that helps. This is going to be a 5.5-minute video, so I'm gonna have to put it on YouTube. So hopefully you'll appreciate appreciate the effort, and hopefully it's helpful. I mean, that's the goal, right? If you have any questions, shoot me an email or a text. Nobody does email. Shoot me a text. Call me, whatever. Send a video yourself. All right? Good luck, Mark.